Hey, y'all, what's going on? It's Mr. Rock coming at you with word of the day. Today, the lessons will be when you be a blessing to somebody else, never look to that person to be grateful and thankful for your blessing. And you know, we all been there. If you ever give $1 or two to somebody at the gas station and they didn't turn around and say you thank you afterwards, you say, I ain't never giving them nothing else again. I've been there. But you have to remember when you've been a blessing, your blessing from your blessing doesn't come from the individual that you blessed. Your blessing comes from the Lord. So, share a story with you as usual, always about myself. And the reason I do that, guys, just so you know, is uh, I think we all get better understanding when we go through things and share them with other people. So when they go through similar things, get my tie straight, when they go through similar things, then they can look back and say, okay, yeah, you're right, I heard about that before. Oh, yeah, this is the better way to handle that. So that's why I have these conversations with you. But anyway, yesterday I was dispatched to a tow. I arrived on time. First thing I noticed when I arrived to the vehicle is that the front bumper was in horrific shape. It was 2 or 3 different colors. The middle was sagging because it was broke loose. The rest of the car actually pretty good, except for the bumper. So I knew I had to hook it up from the front because I pulled on the flatbed from the back. It would drag because it was sagging. So I pulled it up from the front. There was a mother, her adult daughter, and her adult son who was in another vehicle. He seemed like a pretty level-headed guy. He was already cool with me because the first thing he did was pay me off the bat. And that got to be a whole other video of how people play around when it comes time to pay you. But nevertheless, he paid me off the bat. And he told me once I got a hook, it was going to a tire shop. And I knew it was late. I was concerned with whether the tire shop would be open because most of them are closed early on Saturdays. So anyway, they left, I left. They pulled up to the shop a few minutes before me. The daughter rode with me. And the mama called, and I could hear the mama hollering on the phone, I guess asking where we were at. So the daughter asked me, and I said, well, we're about 2-3 blocks away. She said, yeah, because the shop is getting ready to close. I said, okay. So we pulled up at the shop. The shop's all locked up, but they're still in there, which is not right because they said it closed at a certain time, and it's 10 till, they're already locked up. But in any case, so the mother calls into the shop, and she said, I got to go to work tonight. I think she said she got to go to the hospital and see somebody tonight, and it's very important she have her car. And he was like, too bad, so sad. And he wouldn't do it. So now our contract is up. We told you we'd be there by a certain time. I was there by a certain time. We drove straight to the drop location, and the price you were given covers you to bring you to this location. So I'm pretty much done. But when she got off the phone with him, she said, had you showed up and then drive past, we would have made it. And I said, well, ma'am, I pulled up right behind you. What are you saying? She said, no, at the hookup site, you drove past me. And when you drove past me, if you had stopped there, you would have made it. I said, ma'am, I never drove past you. When you saw me pull up was my first time pulling up. You're mistaken. Then she said, no, this is your fault. I said, well, hold up. Wait a minute. How are you mad at me? What did I do to you? And as soon as I said that, the son said, okay, hold, stop. He said, well, do you know where another tire shop is at? Well, ironically, on our way to that tire shop, we passed one about halfway the way back that was open. So I said, yeah, actually, it was one open not too far from where we started from. He said, well, can we go back to that one? I said, sure. So the daughter jumps back in with me. I whip around real fast trying to get him to this shop before they close. We get to the shop, and I'm not really happy. Like I say, I could have charged another $50. Remember, when I jumped in that truck and turned around, my gas didn't stop. It was still burning through my motor. So we get to the other shop. The daughter don't get out. She's on the phone with her mother the whole time. So I get out because I don't want him to say he closed too. I go in the shop. I got to find the guy. Then I got to ask him if he got her size tire. He said, yeah. I'm doing all the footwork for them. She should be out doing this. I'm doing it for her. So he said, yeah, I asked him where he went to drop it. He told me I want to drop it. So up to now, the daughter had been cool. You know, no issues whatsoever. So I started letting the car off the bed. And of course, I told you the bumper's in such a horrific shape. It was touching the bed. It wasn't dragging. It wasn't pulling off. But it's like a paperweight. It's touching the bed. So she started hollering on the phone. He gonna pay for my bumper. Who? This tow truck driver. He gonna pay my bumper. He's dragging my bumper. And then from there, she just went cussing. Blah, 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 blah. They're gonna break it, blah, blah, blah. And she just cussing. And she reminded me of, and I'm not calling her a pit bull, but she reminded me of what a pit bull does behind the gate. He's behind the gate. He's barking. He's trying to get through the gate at you. And then you open the gate, he starts wagging his tail. And the reason I say that, because she's doing all this hollering, she's doing all this cussing, and all the things that she's saying, but she said nothing to me. So I said nothing to her. I didn't address her because she wasn't addressing me. I knew she was talking about me, but if she's not addressing me, why do I need to speak? So I let the car off the truck, put my bed up. I said, ma'am, take care. And she looks at me, anger in her eyes, bitterness in her eyes, and then opened her mouth. Jumped in my truck. I drove off. And I said, look at the blessing I did for them. They were stuck. All the tire shops was closed. They didn't know where to go. I found them a tire shop. Drove them to that tire shop. Didn't charge them an extra dollar whatsoever. And went in and dealt with the company on her behalf, the tire company on her behalf. All that blessing I did, and she upset about something I didn't do. See, but I know that my blessings don't come from her. My blessings come from the Lord. And he blesses me and renew my blessings every day. But it's your boy Rod. Be blessed, be encouraged, and be highly favored. And bless somebody this week. See you later.